Hello, Internet. Welcome to a new series of Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. Now, I took my basic character build that I usually do. However, instead of being lactose intolerant like I am in 99% of my playthroughs, I've decided to leave that one off. With the remaining points, I went with Parkour Expert and Quick, two traits that increase our movement speeds, basically, or decrease our movement costs in certain situations, things like that. So we're going with a quick parkour expert, and we took the safe place start. I actually don't remember what start I took, but it spit us out here at the golf course. So we are on a golf course. Now, the main issue with the golf course is that it does spawn in the middle of nowhere. So we are actually out here pretty far from anything. Thankfully, we can actually see a town this time on the outskirts of our vision, our starting radius here, which is really nice. So we have an idea of where to go, so we're not just going to drive aimlessly for 3 episodes trying to find a place to settle down in. Cemetery A. So this looks like one of the larger cemeteries, which is not ideal, but there are some houses on the outskirts that we could go to. A roadside food cart in the middle of the forest, of course. That's where I love to buy my tacos. And it looks like there's another town over here as well. Maybe we'll head to this one first and see what we've got. So I don't remember ever starting in the golf course. It looks like we're in some sort of I guess like a gift shop. We have golf caps, gloves. We could do with a golf club, shoes, and golf balls. Seems kind of like an oversight that the like selling area of the golf course would not have clubs in it, but okay, that's fine. We may be able to scrounge up a club. A golf club is going to be like a decent starter weapon. Really don't care about the clothes too much. I did take the backpacker profession, so we do start with a backpack, but otherwise really basic clothing. And there are vehicles here, so that's not terrible to start with. Why don't we put on a hat? Why not? So we have a hat on. We lost the conduct nudist. Well, that's fine. I don't know how encumbering golf gloves are. 2 encumbrance. We can wear a pair of golf gloves. Not interested in the shoes. Not interested in the golf balls. Okay. So we should secure a weapon. You would think there'd be golf carts right here, but maybe that's something that is on the actual course. I don't think there's going to be anything on the course that's worth our time. Oversized crow. Are you hostile? You are hostile, and you're right outside the door there. Why can you not? Do you have bad vision? Why don't you see me? Oh, you can see me. That's bad. But you're also a bird, so I don't think you can open doors, and I'm not sure if they can smash the windows. It's a bird. Birds aren't very smashy, right? Like... What's a bird gonna do? Although I suspect because it is a bird, it can probably tear us up pretty good on day 1. This horrible bird has grown 3 or 4 times larger than it ought to be possible. So that's not very big. That's like a cat-sized bird. Sporting a swollen gut that might look comical if it weren't for the razor-sharp beak and the madness in its beady eyes. So... that's a bummer because the stairs are over here, and I bet there's better stuff upstairs. I don't know where this door goes. Let's pop out the front. I don't think it can smash. Surely the bird is not strong enough to smash through a glass window. It's so small. The golf course is to our north. Let's have a look. Yeah, unsurprisingly, it's just trees and sand and stuff, so I don't think there's going to be anything up there for us. There's a golf tee, which I'm not super interested in. What are these? Back seats that don't have a tile. Huh. I don't know what... I don't know why a back seat... What does that even mean? Is it just a seat in the rear of the vehicle? Why does that need to be differentiated from a regular car seat? Regardless, let's check these trunks here. Duct tape, absolutely. We'll take some duct tape. And a wheel. No, thank you. Looking for a golf club. Doesn't seem to be anything. Let's go back in the building. It did not smash out the glass. Boarded up little shed. Probably like a gardener's shack. Maybe there's something around this side of the building vehicle-wise, since there's blacktop over there. Although it's not connected, there probably isn't anything over there, actually. But we'll look anyway. Hello, Big Bird. We're going to run back to the door, because again, I don't know these creatures, and I would rather not fight them if I can avoid it. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything back there. That's unfortunate. Why don't we push to the stairs, since the bird went around the front. Little clubhouse area, like a bar or a restaurant up here, I guess. Anything of value? What are you? Some liquor. Yeah. Oh, I will take some cold whiskey. Why not? Man, I haven't had whiskey in like 2 years. And just some more booze. Well, we're looking for a weapon. And we're not finding anything. So I think we go downstairs and smash some of the shelving and maybe make a crowbar. Why is there a downspout that leads to the second floor? What an odd thing. So let's pop back in the building. Okay, so we haven't really found anything worthwhile. That's unfortunate. We should arm ourselves. Let's smash shelving. Actually, what does a pipe look like? 12 with a +1 to hit. What does the makeshift crowbar look like? Is 13 with a -1 to hit. Okay, so the pipe is a 12 with a +1. Because it has a +1, it means we're going to hit more frequently, which means the DPS is going to be higher on the pipe than on the crowbar. That's actually a little bit silly, because the crowbar is just a pipe that's been hammered a little bit. So it doesn't make sense to me that it would go from a +1 to a -1. That's a 2-point difference. That's pretty significant. I think that should probably be changed, or pipe should probably be nerfed, to be honest. But so we're going to go with a pipe. It's 1 less point of damage, but overall our DPS will be better. Do you have a block ability? And they have the same medium block ability, so it's really not a big deal to take this over the crowbar. That's a bit silly, if you ask me. I think that the crowbar should be a little bit better. We have some golf tees I didn't notice the first time around. All right, so where is the crow here? In fact, let's lure the crow back around to the rear of the building so we can take a look at these vehicles. Oh, the crow is gone. Okay. Well, let's go around front and poke at these vehicles, see if they're functional. Just be careful. We don't know where the bird might have gone to. I'm not seeing anything. All right, let's pop in the vehicle here. Well, actually, let's just look at the vehicle. We have battery, we have gas, the engine is not faulty, we have enough wheels. This is our ride. 4.8 liters in the gas tank. Check the other one just in case it's much better. 14 liters, but it has a faulty engine. What is the fault? Fuel pump and drive belt. So the fuel pump means it's not going to get enough fuel probably to start. I actually dislike this mechanic in Cataclysm. A lot of times you will find a faulty engine, which will completely prevent the vehicle from working. That just doesn't really make sense. So for instance, this is at a golf course. Obviously someone drove it here and parked it here, so they were able to drive it here. So what happened since the time it was driven here to make it stop functioning, right? Obviously it would not have, the Cataclysm didn't have an impact on whether or not the fuel pump works properly. So I don't really understand why a vehicle that's parked somewhere would be completely not capable of driving. It would make sense to me if we found those kind of faults in vehicles at junkyards, or maybe in a garage somewhere, someone's fixing up their car in a garage or whatever. But here on a golf course, doesn't really make sense. Obviously someone drove it here. So let's not belabor the point. Just one of those things that is annoying. Thankfully, we have found a functional vehicle. Fails to start? No, you're going to start. There we go. Okay. So where do we want to go? Probably over here, right? This is probably where we're headed. So let's head over that direction. We don't have a ton of gas, but we can certainly make it over here to these things. Let's avoid these patches, and let's not plow into any boulders or anything. Yes, internet, new series. We're starting a new series. I am definitely behind in my recording schedule. For those of you who don't follow my update videos, which I totally get if you don't. They're a little bit whiny, frankly. It's been very difficult lately with my family, so been going through a lot, and that makes me kind of irritable, kind of uncertain of my future, things like that, that tend to be very depressing. So, but if you haven't been following those videos, basically my brother had been admitted to a mental health facility, and today he's coming home. In fact, I expect him home any minute. And yesterday I was supposed to record a whole bunch so that I could, of course there's a park, like literally the one place 5 seconds into the game we come across a park. Just don't even go there. Just turn around. Turn around. I'm not even going there. I'm so sick of these parks. One of these days I'm going to just pop over and completely erase their monster density from the JSON and submit it and see if people leave, see if people let the thing go through. We lost the conduct. Teacher, leave them kids alone. So I'm assuming that's for killing a child zombie, but I did not kill a child zombie. Teacher, leave them kids. Gain no skill levels. Oh, okay. Yes, we did fail at that. We did gain a skill level of driving. Let's head south. I'm not sure what this building is here. Just a broken down shack of some sort. So yeah, yesterday was supposed to be my big recording day. I had no footage. I was really hoping to get a lot of work done yesterday. And then basically it was sprung on me that my brother is coming home from the mental health facility. So had to do a lot of cleaning and furniture moving and just stuff to try and accommodate him as he comes home. So that was a lot of yesterday. And then today is the day he actually does come home. So I'm expecting quite a lot of just a horde of zombies. Why are you out here, you stupid zombies? Probably from the cemetery over here. It's just pretty rare that you see them so tightly packed in just around nothing. Usually there's like a specific thing that you can tie monster density to, and this is just sort of a horde in the streets, which makes sense in the zombie apocalypse, but is a bummer nonetheless because we're on day one and we're not equipped to deal with that. Oh, yes. So again, you know, we talk about this pretty much all the time, and I'm always embarrassed afterwards about how much I complain. But here we have a cemetery that is just jam-packed with zombies. As far as I know, Cataclysm zombies don't rise. So basically, when you bury a person, I know that monster movies and things make it so that zombies will come out of graveyards. Like that's a very common trope in older, like Romero-esque zombie movies or Return of the Living Dead, that sort of thing. It doesn't really make any sense. When you bury someone, they're in a sealed casket, and depending on where you live, you may or may not be buried inside of concrete. Like I think California, basically the whole state has requirements on you being buried in cement because of groundwater and stuff. So for the most part, you are in a sealed casket. Not only are you in a sealed casket, you're underneath just feet and feet of dirt. And so the actual odds of a human being, even if they have like zombie strength or whatever, clawing their way out of a very small space like a coffin where you can't really maneuver or strike very solidly, and then managing to get through 6 feet of dirt is it's just infeasible. Like if you go to a graveyard in a zombie apocalypse, most likely there are zombies there, assuming that, you know, it's in the water or whatever and can get into the coffin, and you're in an area where it could actually be a permeable coffin. But they would just be stuck in their coffins. So here we have a graveyard that is just packed with enemies, and it does not make sense. And all it does is lock me out of this area. So like obviously I can't settle here. So again, you know, within 10 minutes of our video or 15 minutes of our video, we found 2 towns, and both of them basically lock us out based on single locations. This park is going to be packed with enemies, and this graveyard is packed with enemies. So now I don't know where to go. Not to get too rambly and complainy on the first episode, but like, it's super frustrating when that happens, and graveyards are just a nonsense place for zombies to spawn. So, and hopefully that all made sense. I don't know if I am very articulate, but like, zombies can't just climb out of 6 feet of dirt really easily, you know, and literally it's day one. So, you know, I don't know. It just annoys me. So let's see if we can get eyes on this park. Maybe it's not terrible. Maybe it's a lower number of zombies. No, of course not. No, of course not. So we did hit a lamppost there. But if we look at the park, again, just a horde of zombies for no reason. So let's back up. looks like we're going to do some driving trying to find ourselves a new town because neither of these are really viable. This town over here might be big enough. We might be able to like go down here and see some other things on the outskirts. I should have done that before I left. This looks like a very small town kind of area, or possibly a continuation of another town here. And because the park is on the southern side, I don't think we can settle in this area because of the monster density. So let's swing around and go south here and see if we can see more of this city. Maybe we can find a place that we can safely settle down. But you know, and I know that comes up in content a lot, but it really does impact almost every single one of my playthroughs to where, you know, there are just certain locations that are just packed with enemies. Let's not talk about that. So, yeah, my brother's coming home, so I need to, you know, when they come home, this might be a short episode. This might be something I cut off partway through if they show up, but we're going to need to do some things. You know, he's coming home. He's been away for about 2 weeks. Would like to make him feel comfortable and welcome. You know, I don't want him to have an antagonistic attitude about us. We would like him to be as comfortable as possible. Try to show him that we're not a threat to him. We are just here to kind of work with him and help him. We have a black bear, which I don't think I've ever seen before. Actually, I have seen bears before, but it was a long time ago. You're not hostile, which makes sense. Hello, bear. Hello, bear. A large omnivorous scavenger. It has powerful claws and jaws and is an effective ambush hunter. Most individuals are shy around humans, but they're fiercely protective of their cubs. Yeah, it sounds about right. This town is not as big as I thought. It looks like it does end down here, so there's not going to be much for us. Getting horde music again. Again, I think these are just leftovers kind of from the... Actually, no. You might just have been in a house, all of you together. But I do think some of the residual stuff up here is from the massive graveyard. No, that's too far away. That's not from the graveyard. That's just generic monster density. Alright, well, we could... I mean, it looks okay. We could settle down here temporarily and gather things like gasoline and whatnot. I think we'll use the vehicle as a weapon here to clear out some of this area. And we can settle here temporarily, probably without too much issue. It's a little tricky to maneuver here. Feral humans and whatnot, they are getting stuck on the vehicles. Let's try a different approach. Let's pull them away from the buildings and the vehicles out this direction. And then we'll spin around and we'll hit them. Black Bear, you just stay away from me. No problems. I don't want you getting zombified, buddy. You'll be fine. You threw a rock at my car. It's extremely rude. Let's turn around and take another pass here. Anyway, so stuff's a little weird right now. And yeah, if you're watching this, it may be another day or two before the next episode. Because I feel like we have a lot of stuff to do around the house today. Trying to get my schedule right. It just is it's been so frustrating lately and so difficult to stay focused, and I hate everything. What in God's name is this huge brick building? What is this? A zoo? Okay. Huh. I don't think there'll be anything there that we really want to interact with, but possibly some animals we could use for meat purposes. We do see a cougar, and not the fun cougar, like the eat your face kind of cougar. So we'll park here. There's not a ton of enemies around, so we'll park. Let's pulp and loot these corpses. Smash. And the ferals, I think, should have clean-ish clothes on them, right? Zipper bag of cocaine, absolutely. We'll take some pistachios. So they do have clean clothes on them. They're unfortunately very damaged, which makes sense. They were just hit by a car, and they were carrying the pipes. So they were the pipe ferals, so they're not super valuable. Would have been nice to get a proper crowbar. It might have been a better weapon, but there's some zombies up there. I guess we would lure them with the car as well. I don't see a reason for us to melee when we have this perfectly serviceable vehicle. And there are so many other cars around that odds are good at least one of them runs. Now here's something about Altica is that the cars actually always look like they're in good repair. So like this car looks perfect and pristine. And I don't know if it's like my imagination, but like when I played Undead People, it seemed like it was easier to see scuffed cars and stuff, like damaged vehicle parts. And Altica doesn't really have that. So every vehicle you look at looks pretty intact, but then when you go investigate, it's actually not. So here, for instance, we don't have a tank, we don't have a battery, tons of damage on the vehicle. It does have wheels, which is nice. But odds are good we're not going to destroy our main vehicle so much that it's undrivable. It would mostly just be damage, and we would have to manage our gasoline. But for now, let's draw these zombies out. Man, there are quite a lot of them. Draw these zombies out here. Get their attention, and just slowly back away so they can kind of keep up with us. And we can pull them in a nice line in this direction. They're destroying a hippie van. Oh, what else is going on with me? Pretty much just that. Pretty much just stuff with my brother. Obviously, is a big deal. I'm sure a lot of you are sick of hearing about it by now, but you know, like I said, kind of a big deal in my household and with my family. So hopeful that things will be not terrible. Oh, we got a Migo and some zombie soldiers, which I would not hate hitting. Wow, that blob looks really cool. That's the amoebic mold. That's a really cool sprite. It looks like mercury, kind of like a blob of mercury or liquid metal in a crucible or whatever. That's pretty neat. Which is also way better than Undead People, in my opinion. And Undead People, they really do just look like giant green mold things. I'm not sure why it's silver, but it looks great. That looks really good. So we have some zombie soldiers. The benefit here is that they are the corpse spawns, so they actually do have their guns laying here. I don't know if any of them have ammunition, but you really should never say no to a 223 rifle. So it's probably in our best interest to head over there at some point. In fact, there are 2 Migo. If we can kill the Migo now, what do we want to do here? If we kill the Migo now, we don't have to worry about them sneaking up on us like while we're in our base. But also, if we let them go, they'll kill all the soldier zombies for us. Let's hit the Migo. Just seems like something you should be doing. Seems perfectly fine. Looks like it's running away because it's so injured. A lot of vehicle collision stuff in this episode. Not a lot of gameplay stuff. We did kill Amigo, which gave us a achievement. And we're going to pursue this one as well. Killed that Migo. Alrighty. Those are trees? No, they're long grass. That should be fine. Let's get ourselves turned around. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Internet. It's been such a weird couple weeks. You know, we want him to be safe and comfortable when he comes home. And you know, a lot of his delusions are about the family and stuff. So, like, we just want to show him, like, you know, we love you. It's not, you know, that we don't care about you. It's just that we're concerned. And, you know, we want to help him and help him maintain his... Oh, you're in my car. I thought I killed you. That's really bad. I mean, we have a blunt weapon, so we should be able to kill him. Yeah, but that's not great. Let's close our door. And in fact, let go of the controls and close the other doors. And then retake control of the car. I really hate using a vehicle as a weapon in Cataclysm. I know that people joke about it all the time. They say the best weapon in Cataclysm is a vehicle, which is mostly true, but it does get tedious and boring after a while, and I really hate doing it because I prefer to murder things with my bare hands. Man, you guys just don't want to die, huh? If someone hit me going 16 miles an hour, I would probably die. And not even just hit me, but like consistently hit me for multiple... You know, for like 15, 20 feet. So it looks like he did smash my something off the side of the car. Windshield, I guess. And we really want to kill the soldier zombies. If we like lose the vehicle and have to get out and fight the regular zombies, man, why are you... There we go. If we have to get out and fight the regular zombies, that's not a big deal. But the zombie soldiers have so much armor that it's very difficult to actually kill them. Man, this can't be fun to watch. Hello, everyone. Yeah, just feeling weird today. In fact, I've recorded over the last couple of days, I've recorded 6 different episodes of Cataclysm, and all of them were corrupted. So even though I recorded a bunch like 3 days ago, I lost all that footage. And so I've been scrambling a bit for the last few days, not really knowing what to do with myself. And not recording is always not great either, because it's a key part of my routine and keeping busy and stuff like that. So, oh my God, would you just die already? He's in my trunk again, this time because of the cracks in our vehicle, not because of open doors. I thought they had fixed that, honestly. Someone had posted on Discord that they fixed the so you'll notice when you turn your vehicle, there are cracks here in your vehicle. Someone told me they had actually finally figured out how to fix that, but that was like 2 months ago, and they still can get through the cracks in your vehicle. So I don't think that's correct. So I'm not sure why that didn't follow up. All right, we'll make one more pass at the zombies back towards town, and then we'll start looting and pulping bodies. I know this isn't fun to watch, I would imagine. It makes me wonder how people like Vormithrax handle this situation. You know, he's a very popular streamer. He plays a lot of Cataclysm. Surely he uses vehicles as weapons from time to time. I wonder how he fills like the awkward kind of void of you driving back and forth and repeatedly running over something, because it's like an innately boring thing. So I don't know how he handles it. I don't know how he keeps it entertaining, but for me, it's not fun to do that. Man, it's a lot of 223 ammunition. That's really nice. We just found about 200 rounds of 223. We really want to make sure we pulp all the soldier zombies. Oh, and they had loot on them as well, of course. So not only did we get the actual like gun drops, but we got the possible drops from the corpses as well. What are you that's dead out here? Oh, it's the Migo. Yeah, screw you, Migo. Glad you're dead. Let's grab... We'll take an M4. What's the attachment that it has on it? Go ahead and wield the M4. No, don't wear the M4. Wield the M4. Wield. Store. We can fit the pipe in our inventory, so we don't have to worry about that. So what is the attachment on the M4? Probably an optic of some sort. Scroll down, please. Has a shoulder strap. Oh, I literally just used it. Okay. That doesn't really mean anything to me. We will definitely unload the other M4s. In fact, ours is in perfect condition and this one is damaged. Did we pick up the magazine? We did. That's great. So we have an extra clip. We'll take this clip as well. And this one's in good condition, so you know what? Let's haul that one back to the vehicle. We'll take that one with us. And is this another M4? It is. Give me that clip as well. So this is actually like a real boon on day one to find this. It did take a little bit of tedium to clear out, but that's okay. And here we have an actual proper full-on like light machine gun. So let's unload the gun, take the ammo belt. We'll take the gun with us. But we're not going to use a machine gun. I don't really like the idea of that. I would prefer to use it in our rifles, something a little bit more handheld, more reasonable. And of course now we have about 200 rounds of 250 rounds of ammunition, so that's really good. And in fact, we'll probably start using that to clear zombies almost immediately and save ourselves a lot of the early game getting beaten up by zombie situation. Let's quickly look for soldier corpses. Okay. Alrighty, so they're all pretty close. Let's, did I check you for loot? I don't think we really took any loot. I think we just took the gun. So, looking at the clothing, not anything super interesting. Let's take the combat knife with us. I think you can use that to make a knife spear, and even if not, it's a pretty good weapon. Check this soldier corpse as well. Take the battery out of the two-way radio. It's not much, but it's the first battery we've seen, I believe. Take the MREs, of course. We'll take his wallet. He has a canteen that's in good condition, but otherwise not really anything interesting. You're covered in thick goo. Oh, are you blind? Is that why? Yeah, so it looks like they are something that will follow you around or whatever and make some kind of attack against you. They're covered in thick goo here, but I don't think that it's particularly dangerous. We'll just stay away from it. Okay, head back, pulp the rest of these corpses. Again, MRE, nothing really in great condition. We will also take this combat knife. And you know what? I'll grab these knee pads for washing up later. The sheath is also in good condition, but I don't usually wear sheaths. Where's the final corpse? To our north. Okay. I thought there were more soldier zombies than this, but I also don't really know where they would be if they're not showing up here. We may have run them over to the point that they were destroyed. Let's head south and check where the Migo died. There might be some down there. Nope, same 4 corpses. So I think that may actually be all of them. Again, we would like to avoid them resurrecting. Like, they're the priority. The other zombies, you know, if they came back, it's not that big of a deal. But soldier zombies can be a big pain. So let's place all of these in our trunk. Man, it's so nice to have those guns on day 1. That's really nice. We really lucked out with that, which is a nice little bit of relief after finding some negative locations to start the game. Oh, some of them will be on the road because we fought them while we were in our vehicle. That's right. Stop here. Have a look at these other bodies. Hello, regular zombie. We'll grab this. You have a nice travel pack. We'll take that as well. Throw that in the trunk. Throw that in the trunk as well. Let's drop most of this stuff, actually. And clear out our inventory some. Drop those. We don't really need anything on us. We'll keep the magazines, I guess, just in case. Oh, you know, we're over 30 minutes. Why don't we call the episode here? Family's still not home. I don't know if I'll record another. They should really be home anytime, and we have stuff to do. So everybody, thanks for watching. Sorry, I know, not the best start to a series. A little bit frustrating, annoyance, and complaining, but that's me. You probably know that by now. So everyone, thanks for watching. In the next episode, we'll continue looting these corpses. We'll find ourselves a base to settle into. And yeah, we got a good jump start on the game by finding those 223 rifles. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.